No buzz, just like Dale Brisby.
That's right. His daddy's sober. 57 years sober. It's a long time.
Sounds like a pretty boring life so far, kid.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of caffeine, though.
The most addictive drug on the world. On the world?
On the world? On the world, too.
I mean, yeah.
Probably more on the world than in the world.
On the planet.
The camera usually gets caffeinated, Dale. It's just more fun to live life on caffeine.
Do you drink it as soon as you wake up? You were doing that for a while, weren't you? Like
I do.
You do? Like,
Yeah. Here lately, it's been pre-workout. First thing.
They say you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, but I want to work out right when I wake up. I did stop taking slumber.
walk us through that, because I don't think that, I mean, have you detailed how addicted you were to slumber?
Like, so slumber is a mountain ops drink you take right before you go to sleep. And I think it has melatonin, magnesium, and theanine in it. And the most delicious drink that I drink ever in my whole life, known to man, really. The salted caramel one. And it really helps you stay asleep. I've probably been taking it pretty steady for 2 years.
Yeah, I think you're still coming off it.
And
I don't think
4
it's
days ago, I stopped taking it.
That's all it's been.
About maybe 5 nights, and not really all that different.
So,
I mean, I slept good on it. I thought it was going to be hard to stop taking it, and it hasn't been.
to prove that you're not addicted to something, all you have to do is go without it for 4 days.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have any plans of getting back on it.
I'm just asking. What if you do?
Is there a chance you like still have a bit of it in your system? That's why you're still sleeping all right? Like, have you, maybe these are just the week.
5 days later? I don't think I do.
I mean,
I sleep a little different. It's not quite as deep, but I can go to sleep fine. That's what I've heard. People that just sure enough get addicted to melatonin happens to them. They can't go back to sleep. But it doesn't have that much in it. I don't know. You tell me. Huh?
it's ruined quite a few barbecues for us.
How?
Well, you know, we're all laughing, sitting around, having a great time, and Dale mixes up a slumber.
Yeah. Like
Says, all right, you got to go.
that's the way you guys take it, but that's not the way I mean it. I don't mind people on my back porch.
Okay. How are we supposed to take it?
Good.
You guys keep hanging out. I'm going to drink this drink that makes me fall asleep.
Y'all stay at my arena for hours after I leave. What's the difference in the back porch?
Feels less personal.
Well, that's your problem.
It's not in, yeah. I don't know.
Doesn't bother me. But there is something that bothers Donnie.
What?
Bunch of things. Let's go to our next segment.
I am not
called
bothered by him.
Donnie's Conspiracies. Brought to you by, you guessed it, Mountain Ops. This segment brought to you by Mountain Ops because Donnie is also a Mountain Ops user of mainly their bags that they offer online.
They have nice bags.
Got nice bags.
They hold up, too. I'm pretty rough on them.
Yep, you're rough on a bag. I've always heard that about you. I've always said that about you.
Oh, punch a bag.
So watch out, Cole. What's the number one conspiracy? What conspiracy do you believe the most in, Donnie? Is it that China is driving up our beef prices?
No, I wouldn't say that's the one I believe in the most. I think the Kennedy assassination is the one I probably believe in the most.
That the CIA did it?
Somebody did it. Somebody
Obviously,
from our government did it.
Isn't that like understood now? Or is it just everybody
Is
believes
it?
the
I have no
conspiracy?
idea.
I don't
They
either.
haven't released anything like verifying that.
They released a bunch of files. Nothing, there was no, like,
There's no concrete like words. There's no one has come out and been like, this is what happened, this is who did it, and this is why. No one has done anything like that.
nobody wrote that down
Yeah.
anyways. But yeah, they released a bunch of files, and there was no real smoking gun, but it did have a bunch of, it was basically the CIA outlined assassination. Like, this is how we would have done it. You know, there was a lot of that. So
I do believe there are some foreign nations that have their hand in the current state of our beef prices. Yes,
Yep.
I do believe that.
What's another conspiracy? What's the other conspiracy that you believe the most in? moon landing?
I believe them. I believe we landed on the moon.
So you do believe there's a moon?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I see it.
Yes.
I see it.
What if flat earthers, do they believe there's a moon or no moon?
I think they believe in a moon. I don't know.
They do believe that all the other planets are round, just not this one. So Donnie does believe there's a moon?
I believe there's a moon, and I don't believe the Earth is flat.
Do flat earthers believe there's a moon? They do believe there's a moon.
Yes.
What do they call the thing? The
Firmament?
The firmament, the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do they actually believe there's actual planets out there?
Yeah, all the other ones are round, just not this one.
No.
Yeah.
So how can you believe that the Earth is flat, but that there's
Other round ones?
yeah, like other planets out there? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. Like,
Huh. That's interesting. I didn't realize they thought the other ones were round.
Because you can.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah.
You can look at those ones and see that they're round. You know.
so does the plane that we're
I now have a
on just
friend.
go on forever?
Yes. It is just shooting through space.
What is shooting through space?
The plane that we live on, or is there an edge?
Yes.
There's an edge.
Right. They believe that's the ice wall.
No, they believe there's something beyond the ice wall.
Right. And that surrounds the planet. You can look at it. I mean, these are just.
They think there's people beyond the ice wall.
Aren't there giants
Yeah.
and they're still big and still out there? Are there people guarding the ice wall with guns?
No, the government. It's a no-fly
You
zone.
can't fly a plane over Antarctica.
Who knows?
Okay.
You know? Yeah. Who knows? But that's a good one.
Interesting. Chicken feed. What about that conspiracy?
I don't know nothing about chicken feed. I've heard that growth hormones within chickens is making females' breasts bigger. Yeah, I've heard that one before. I don't know if that's
Today's
appropriate.
that's the first one for me.
Ours or the chickens?
Female human beings consuming chickens with growth hormones, because the growth hormone makes chicken breast bigger, and consumption of the chicken breast makes
I don't believe that one. But
wouldn't be that bad of conspiracy, honestly.
fingers crossed.
but the chicken feed one is that big corporations are
Bought chicken feed manufacturers so that homegrown chickens would not lay eggs,
yes.
so they can make money off of their eggs.
Which I
Do
don't
they
know.
feed? Where do they get their chicken feed?
Where do they get it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's different anyway. The feed we're getting sold is probably definitely, even if that conspiracy theory is different, I bet the feed we're feeding is much different than what's getting fed to big barns. For sure.
For sure.
Got to be.
I used to make chicken feed.
Really?
Yeah.
I plan on having maybe my sister come in and talk about beef prices. She's much smarter on that than I am. And possibly even her husband, Chet, at some point, my brother-in-law, another way I like to refer to him. She couldn't make it today. But so we're going to clear up that one. Not clear it up. There's still going to be some conspiracies out there. But she may explain a bunch of things that make us think that it's not a conspiracy. The chicken feed thing, all we know is Willie. He's the chicken guy.
Yeah,
That's
I've
why I
seen-
got chickens.
I've seen what the average chicken farmer looks like. I find it hard to believe there's a conspiracy involved.
How do you know that's the average? How do you get a median off of just one person?
Easy. I know one chicken farmer.
Divide it by one, and this is what you got.
I've got a pretty good average so
That's
far.
the average.
That's a valid point.
Yep.
Math.
What about weather manipulation?
Weather manipulation has been around for a
Since
little while
NAM.
now.
They've been doing that stuff since NAM.
Right.
Cloud seeding. That's why it rained so much over there. In Agent Orange, they were spraying that chemicals on the forest in Vietnam. A lot of guys came back with got cancer like 10, 15 years after being home.
They made it snow in some place that it very rarely snowed a long time ago, like injecting something into the clouds that made it snow. I remember reading that.
I picture a large syringe
Yeah.
when you say injecting something into the clouds.
Now, don't ask me the science behind it or like how much of the weather you can manipulate. I don't know if there's a machine out there where you're like turning a knob and it creates a hurricane or something like that. But
I want to say it's dropped out of planes.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Which adds fuel to the chemtrails conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you familiar? You know what we're...
I don't know the conspiracy around them. I know what they are.
Yeah, the conspiracy is that it's poison. It could be both. They're poisoning the people and that they're manipulating the weather with chemtrails.
Like slowly poisoning.
Yes.
So we're all, I don't buy that.
Chemicals drop.
What do they have to gain from that?
A lot more people dependent on pharmaceutical drugs for a start. You know, you get more people sick, then more people need to buy pills, go to the doctors more. The medical industry is really, $1 trillion industry. So really more sick people. You make more money off of sick people than you do healthy people.
I mean, if it circles back to that, I feel like it's maybe a little more likely that it's true. I don't think that might be the case with chemtrails. It'd be hard for me to believe that one based on off of, I don't know. I just think that, I mean, when there's money involved, somebody's definitely probably got incentive. If the government can play God like that, though, why don't they play a different game rather than manipulating? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think it just goes back to money. How many, like Bill Gates is on record saying that he wants to find a way, to inject something into the atmosphere anyway to limit the amount of exposure the sun gets down on Earth, which is a really slippery slope towards you can charge people for sunlight. You know what I mean? Like it really is. If you can control how much sunlight reaches the Earth, then you can certainly control like how would you get it? Is it a subscription service? Is it now it's out of your taxes?
What about the gay frogs?
That one was true.
That's above my head.
That one was true. There was chemicals in the water that was turning the frogs gay.
Gay or changing sex?
Either or. Let's not get lost in the details.
Yeah. Like if something naturally changes sex, like I don't feel like that's gay.
Well, I mean, when you say it like that, it's gay.
No, it's not. Technically, it's not. Just like the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. If you naturally change sex and they're able to reproduce, like
that's a part that they left out of the movie.
Wonder what a frog acts like that makes him seem gay.
Ribbit.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. Maybe they walk different.
Mm-hmm. They definitely do that.
Maybe they
jumping all weird.
They ribbit different.
They're a lot more sassy when you stand in the wrong line at the airport.
Kind of cock their hip out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that one guy.
Yeah, I was wondering.
He was definitely a frog. He's been in that frog water.
Yeah.
That boy been in that frog water.
I think it's funny when gay people make it their whole personality. Like,
yeah, what's that one? It's not how your voice sounds. That's an affectation. What's it called? What's
affectation.
Affectation. Like you just purposefully make your voice sound that way.
Yep. I mean,
I've done that before in some prank phone calls. Round about 15 years ago. Yeah, this is Dale. What about the Jews controlling Hollywood?
That's
the world.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that on camera.
Why not?
Because I think it's true.
I don't think you're supposed to talk
I don't
about
think
that.
we're supposed to talk about that.
Says who?
Israel.
The Jews?
Yeah.
Y'all are the ones that said these. I just
did
wrote them
say it.
down.
Yeah, I believe this. And it's scary. My friend told me one time, last time I was home, he's like, they control everything. And that's all he said.
What about this friend makes you, has he been right about anything else?
Yeah. He's a pretty trustworthy guy.
Is he a flat earther?
No, he's not a flat earther.
Well,
Do you think we could get him on the line, ask him some more questions?
I don't know. Time is
I'm just saying, if you got this honey hole of a friend in your pocket, we got some questions about beef. We got some questions about
I don't know if he's got any other information on anything else, but
Donnie's got a fortune teller friend that apparently knows everything, and he's not sharing him with us.
I don't know if he knows everything, but I think he deep dives in this conspiracy that we're talking about right this second.
Does he live in his mom's basement?
No.
What if it was like a cool basement, though? Like, there's not a stigma attached to that one, right? Anyways, I'm just trying to get us off of the Hollywood thing.
Donnie's Conspiracies. That segment brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim.
Yeah, when I pitched this, I was kind of joking. I didn't think you'd run with it.
Hey, you're the one that pitched it. Got some ranch updates. We got all of our bulls picked up. I hope you did too. It's July is winding down. Got the one late calf that we found worked, and then a maverick calf put back in the neighbor's pasture. Thank you to Kevin and Cam for getting that. Mineral has been put out. I know you've all been wondering, did Dale get his mineral put out? We did. I'm starting to understand Pedro.
Pablo.
That's right. Pablo. He is, I think I'm starting to understand Spanish. So that's good for me and Pablo, because we can communicate muy bien. I've got a few trapping wins under my belt. I have trapped 3 skunks, 4 raccoons, and about a dozen feral cats. I'm really good at that. So,
Oh, you mean you attracted cats with the sardines you put outside the warehouse?
No, cat food.
Oh, well,
and
that's even-
sardines. I got a bunch of sardines
The sardines, the 2 new guys who stay in the containers, they came over last
to
night.
complain about how it smelled. I don't care. See his face right here? That's Dale not caring. You know what? And I mean Caring, not Karen, but maybe a little bit. What? You know what smells worse than sardines? Skunks. And that's what I'm trying to trap out there.
Right.
So you're welcome.
You've been seeing a bunch of them?
I mean, I see them every now and then when I pull up to work out. I'll see them scurrying around the containers.
They do scurry.
They scurry. But they're hard to shoot.
No.
I think the gun's off.
You
I do think the gun's off.
You think so?
Yeah. I was shooting some prairie dogs the other day.
You didn't invite us to shoot the prairie dogs?
It just happened all of a sudden. It was very fast.
Yeah, those prairie dogs that have been out there for 10 years.
And I had to run back to the house, get my gun, and come back over here. We can go shoot some after this.
I was just out there driving
But I
around
mean,
with
this
the
gun, I had like 5 points of contact holding this gun, and I shot, and it's like 6 inches high. And I was like, that was weird. Real firm, squeeze the trigger 6 inches high, the exact same spot. Not 6 inches, maybe like 3. Anyway, but I did get one. But yeah, R.I.P. Harrison. I think the gun's
He's
off.
still alive.
Yeah, he is still
doing
alive.
fine.
He's just on to the next one. He's now working for Zach Top. There's a little theme going on. I tried to tell all these guys, like, hey, I can teach you this skill and you could take it to other places. Well, Harrison, like 6 weeks into it, I'm going to go work for Zach Top. He's my brother-in-law. Whatevs. Same thing with that other guy, Willie. I'm going to go.
Yeah, that's the plan he had.
He's just making
Yeah. It worked out just that smoothly.
Well, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not saying. Anyways.
I've been shopping.
Huh?
I've been shopping around.
That impressive.
Turns out nobody's got as good a practice broncs as I have. Well, they do, but they just don't need the media. And then the ones that do need the media don't have the broncs. I know what you want. I know what you need, Donnie. And I got it. Why you moan like that? Thinking about building a barn. I did put a shoe on Buckethead.
How'd it go?
Smooth side to the outside.
Yep.
Nails are not really in a line, but it's still on there.
Well, I mean, it's more of an arc.
They're not even on an arc. It'd be more of a line than an arc on the arc.
Ah.
Yeah.
So those are my ranch updates.
know.
That segment brought to you by American Hat.
Wait, barn.
Yeah. We didn't talk about this barn at all.
No, well, I did. I just mentioned it. But yeah, I want to build a barn
Where?
at the ranch.
Yeah, no. Where at?
Really?
What kind of barn? What's it going to look like?
I'm thinking like big enough to keep all the saddles in,
Yeah, but
and
what
also
shape?
the feed. What's the shape?
Yeah.
I'd like a classic looking barn, kind of like the L barn at
So it's
the
the one,
Sixes, but we're
You're
going to call it the
saying-
Dale barn.
like a breezeway that goes up and then the two sides that come down.
Yeah.
You think that's a classic looking barn? I think that's a good.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect this much judgment.
I think that's I think that's a good looking barn. Like that's the kind of barn I would go with. But if I if I would think most people would draw a barn, you think that's how they would draw it?
Yeah, you freaking
Maybe.
idiot.
You don't think it'd be like the more like arched rooftop, like
How about this?
red with white trim?
You know what? In this new segment brought to you by Can-Am of what's Dale's barn going to look like, we should have everyone draw a classic barn, and we'll see what it looks like.
Okay,
That'll be a good test.
it will be.
And then we'll see what all is.
You think you know barns?
I'm just curious, like any kid's picture book with a barn in it. What do you think it looks like?
I think it's got the steeple.
Yeah, probably that. I mean, like a Fisher Price barn, like a house, but kind of taller.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either, but I'm just asking what most people think a barn.
Wait,
looks
y'all
like.
don't want I'm talking about the L barn. That's what I
I
said.
want that. That's what I want. I'm just
What
saying.
did you think I meant when I said the L barn? Classic looking barn.
No, I agree with you that I think that's cool. I just don't think that most people would think that's what a barn looks like.
What do you mean by most people?
I'm saying most people in America, like the population majority.
An epidemic of people not understanding barns in this country.
Oh, I think that they understand barns. I just don't think they would draw it like the L barn.
You think you know barns? Oh, I've seen barns, man.
But when I said classic barns, the three of us all agree on what I mean. So why does it matter?
It doesn't matter. I just think that most people would draw it differently.
Okay.
So we will
Test it.
we will put that into our planning. Put this information.
When I talk to the builder, I will make damn sure he knows
That's not what I mean at all.
what I mean.
You
when I
guys are
He
being.
just gives you a drawing. He's like, something like this? You go, no, that's not what I meant.
You said
it,
classic. You said classic, which means like everybody understands what it is.
He was right. No, let me draw it.
Oh, classic mix up. Our barn was white.
What the hell is this?
Dang it. I hope you're enjoying ranch fuel as you're listening to this episode of Rodeo Time. Use code DALE on ranchfuel.com for 15% off, old son. Drink up and use code DALE on ranchfuel.com. Rock and roll denim is what Dale Brisby uses to spur his bucking bulls. I get the reflex. Gives me the mobility I need to be the cowboy I am. So go to rockandrolldenim.com, old son. This next segment brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim is called What's Rockin'? And it's basically just, we're going to explore the latest Rocker Steiner news. Because there's always something. The last solo podcast where we went over the PRCA news, it was us basically talking about his Instagram story where he was he was defending himself to the Karens in the comments and how they said that the PRCA shouldn't be promoting him or talking about him. And he replied with, I'm sorry, but they have to talk about the winners.
That's a pretty good one.
Mic drop. Did y'all see that story? You don't know what I'm
I did
talking
not
about?
see it,
I
but-
thought it was the best. He was laying in bed, had his hand over his head like this with his shirt off. And I was like, what's he about to say? And I said, dang, that is right on the money. And I messaged him. I said, you didn't make that a hard post. And he said about 1,000 people have messaged him to tell him that same thing. I'm sorry, Karen, that they have to talk about the winners. That's my rocker and our kindled
That's a good
spirits.
line.
But he just went like, what was it, 92 and a half in Cheyenne at the dad,
I think so.
the daddy of them all. So that's the recent Rocker Steiner news. He went 92.5 at the dad, and he's making it back to the short go. By the time this comes out, the short go will have already happened. So hopefully he wins it. Bradley Bronk Miller should be making a comeback soon. I think he's about a week away. He had to take some time off for an injury. He was winning the world.
I thought he broke his leg.
Did he?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
that
didn't
for a
think
fact.
he broke his leg.
I didn't know that for a fact, but
Luka Doncic has recently been quoted as saying, "Fat shaming works." So
For most of who is that again?
he's a kind of today's. He would be top 3 basketball players in the NBA right now. Yeah. Recently played for the Dallas Mavericks, and in a one of the wildest trades in probably NBA history. Like, he didn't even know. I had tickets to some Mavericks games. He got traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson.
It's crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. I think Klay was already there. No, Klay was already there because he anyway. But Anthony and then somebody else. Ty would know. Regardless,
It's wild, man.
yeah, he went to the Lakers to play with LeBron. It is wild.
Basketball. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do enjoy basketball.
That's cool, man. Like,
I know you don't mean that, but
no, I'm glad you. I'm glad you have a thing.
There's like this whole part of me right here that doesn't care.
That's good.
So I was on my way to the literally about to get in the car to the Lakers and Mavericks game in Dallas. And so Luka was going to come back and play against Dallas. Dang, grandmother died. Gosh darn it, Nana.
Ruined that one.
Ruined that one.
Yeah.
she just went. She wouldn't even have known you weren't there.
Very true. Especially since like the last 2 or 3 years of her life, she didn't know who I was.
Yeah, it feels like he had an easy out there. So Luka is a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he said fat
he
shaming
Italian?
works. No, he is from somewhere over there. I should know this. What? He's from somewhere over there.
Luca. My cousin Luca.
Yeah, Miami.
He's been on the Say No to Front Butt program that I created here on my Snapchat story. So
You should
subscribe
tell
to
your
my
mom about that one.
Snapchat. Why?
She's got a front butt.
Oh, does she? I'm going to text her and tell her you said that.
Now I'm going to send her this reel.
She doesn't, by the way. Duke Gomez, he would appreciate my Say No to Front Butt program.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to bring back fat shaming.
I think he's just trying to bring back bullying in general.
Yep.
All of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they say it's just a natural way that bullies actually, they're concerned about the safety of the group, at large, is why they bully. They bully outsiders and everything, so it keeps the group together.
The thinning of the herd.
Yep. I think that's why we're all so close.
And wow, it's hard for us to get new hires in.
Well, I mean, the new guys are all right, slicing laundry fat.
You started that.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Did I say laundromat or did I
He said when he was in there and he made some claim about, no, what was it? Somebody found out that they didn't have their, what the heck do you get taken out? Their
Appendix?
somebody found out that they didn't have their appendix and they didn't know. And laundry fat, he just says, yeah, sometimes they take it out, just if they're already doing surgery in there. And I'm like, oh, what were you, a doctor? You go to law school? He goes, or what, did you go to medical school? And he says, yeah, I was a registered nurse before I came here.
Does that count as medical school?
I don't know.
It's probably a lot closer than he thought when he made that comment.
Right.
Yeah, he's just kind of learning the lay of the land.
Yeah. Friggin' nurses. You can't can't give them an inch.
Yeah. we're going to go to a new segment. It's actually the second episode that this segment has been in, brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim. Movies I shouldn't have to defend. And that's E.T. That's the one we're talking about today. It's a classic.
Steven Spielberg.
Definitely in my top 10.
He's not even in it, Donnie.
What's his deal today? Barnes, now E.T. But Cole has some news that I just learned of.
I don't know if you guys know this.
Is this true? Because I seen this on a meme.
Yeah.
I seen it on a meme.
Well, look into it.
Okay.
The character E.T., you know, the little alien who was about 3 feet tall, anyway, was played in that costume by a 12-year-old boy with no legs.
That's wild.
That's pretty crazy.
It makes me want to go back and rewatch the movie.
Not me. I want to know what the audition process was like. Like, did they put out a casting call for no-legged young boys?
Or did they know what E.T. was going to look like, and then this guy came in?
Yeah,
You know, he's like, "Oh, we got to change it.
That's a good point.
Dude, we got to change the costume."
take those legs off. The original E.T. had legs. And they're like, no, take those off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found the perfect character.
I like the skateboard that he gets around on.
Makes a lot more sense now.
Not E.T., the guy, because he's old now.
But he is E.T., so.
Right,
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He is E.T. Man, I'd like to meet that guy. Or Elliot.
Elliot.
I don't know why. I'm not sure what we would talk about. What it was like to meet an alien, I guess. But I do love that movie.
I thought you were a really cute kid. That's a weirder thing to say to another grown man.
I'm a little let down that there's not going to be a second one.
There was supposed to be.
Was there?
Yeah.
I thought there was.
There was supposed to be a sequel.
What was it going to be? Like E.T. grew
E.T.
legs?
comes back.
Oh.
I think there's like invading other types of aliens that are not ET, like ET type aliens.
That would be the best.
That
would be the best.
I've never seen the original.
E.T. was secretly a badass.
You've never seen the original?
I mean, I've seen parts of it, but I've never watched.
What time is it? We may have time to watch it.
I'm good.
E.T. was just out there throwing punches.
Roundhouse hips.
Roadhouse. Sorry to the actor who played E.T. We're not making fun of you, but we do find it amazing.
I do. Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
I never go ranching without
Donnie.
caffeine, leggings, shotgun in my boots, and a full tummy of food.
See, I could do without the food one.
I'd like to have some food in my tummy. In the morning, at least. I don't mind skipping lunch.
Because you're filled up.
Because I had a good break. No, I mean, I'll be hungry by lunch, for sure.
Yeah.
But once you're already going, then it's easy to justify.
But if you have the caffeine, you're good.
Yeah, the caffeine will
Suppresses
satiate,
appetite.
satiate the tummy. Tummy tums.
What does satiate?
Like, what is it, or what does it mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
It means you feel full.
Yeah. It's like scratching an itch. It scratches the itch.
It's like gastric bypass.
Sorta? Yeah. What?
What can you never leave home without, Donnie?
This Rodeo Time seat rig ball cap.
That's right.
Available at rodeotime.com.
And your Chucks.
Use code Donnie to get free shipping. Yeah, I wear these Chucks a lot. Here lately I've been on the, I guess people call them deck boot game.
Extra toughs.
Mine aren't actually extra toughs, they're Hucks.
Oh.
Extra toughs are more expensive. I couldn't afford those, but
It's like $40 a pair. Like
they're super convenient for like feeding in the morning and stuff. Like if you got to dump out water and Your feet are gonna get wet. Chucks or canvas. Canvas holds water, doesn't repel it.
Right.
Anyways,
I've been wearing Jordans, but I think I'm done.
why?
I keep getting scammed on the ads. They got me with more.
Is it scammed if it's legitimate?
How
Well,
much?
they won't send them. I've given them money twice.
What?
Yeah.
You've bought shoes twice
Yep.
and didn't receive them,
I think it was from the same place too.
which would be.
Something Kicks.
But where do you think that's located? Where do you think the country of origin for this website is?
I don't know. But they
the
know
same
my
website?
taste.
The same website?
I think twice.
Sometimes if they come from overseas, they take a long time.
Well, then that means I got a few pair of Jordans headed my way.
I bought a jersey one time.
Like how long? Is 6 months a long time?
Yeah, I bought a jersey one time.
Because I bought some coming home on the plane from Canada. And then when they were supposed to arrive and they didn't, I was like, wait a second. This feels familiar. I think I've felt this before. And I realized the whole story from the first time from like 5 months ago came back. So maybe I should just buy them from
you don't remember something like that?
Nike.com. I did remember it
Well, after the fact?
after the fact.
Were they
That's a
cool?
real story too.
No, I believe it.
Yep.
Were they cool?
It's not a cool enough story to make up if I was going, oh, they were so cool.
Yeah.
They were like black and brown.
Dang.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, so
So no, you're not wearing Jordans anymore, or you're just not buying them online anymore.
probably both.
I could see Dale Brisby being a sneakerhead. Like
I kind of was for a minute there. Then I
sniffing
got
the sole.
scammed twice.
yeah, but like,
What are you going to wear?
I don't know. Maybe just socks. I'm kind of against shoes altogether now.
They make those socks with like pads in them and stuff.
Like those shoes that outline your toes.
Kind of. I don't think they're that rugged, but
You know, I liked the Texas flag Brooks that I had, except I don't know that the 5-toe sock shoe thing would have the same effect. Meaning like, you know, because like when people come up to the booth, they're like, oh, you ain't no cowboy. You're wearing tenny runners in the booth. And be like, yeah, I've been standing here for 8 hours. It's concrete. I'm about to go back to an Airbnb. I'm sorry I didn't wear boots. But when I wore the Texas flag, they would be like, those are cool shoes, man. And they wouldn't say anything about me not being a cowboy, which secretly hurts my feelings. Not so secretly. 'Cause I've been telling people everything all the time.
what about those shoes you ordered that you ended up sending back?
I thought they were badass until I saw the gay flag on them. Yeah. That little gay flag on the back. Didn't see it.
you can wear the toe shoes, man, but I don't know if I'm not starting a conversation with somebody wearing those.
That's what I'm
What kind
saying.
of person
Yeah.
wears toe shoes?
I don't
Would
Like,
you
That's
describe?
exactly what I'm saying.
How
That's,
would you
why,
describe
that's why I
them?
don't think I'm going to do
like
it.
in the city, you know, where
Paul
most-
Saladino seems like a toe shoe kind of wearing
Yeah,
guy.
for kind of granola-y person.
Granola.
but he's like really
Like
tan.
jogging down trails in the mountains,
Yeah.
wearing like bike shorts, maybe.
Yeah. Like his
Like
dog's
super fit.
his dog's carrying its own
Paul
water.
Saladino.
Yeah,
Maybe got like
His dog carries his own what?
water.
Yeah, it has like a camel pack of water.
Got some name like Orion.
Oh,
You know the type.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm picturing them now, and I don't like them.
like all their camping stuff is brand new. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know. These kind of people don't go camping.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like if you wear toe shoes all the time, yeah, you go camping.
Yeah, I think those people go camping.
No, those people like the idea of camping. They
Yeah,
don't go camping.
they light candles they've got candles for different moods they want their house. They describe the mood of their house as feng shui.
That's not a bad idea, though. I want to make a candle that smells like freshly drug arena dirt.
Is it got dirt in it?
Whatever it needs to have in it to make it smell like it. I don't know what they put in candles.
I don't either. Wax?
There's probably some wax.
Surely.
There's probably some dirt.
Don't we have candles?
We had samples
I
of candles.
imagine.
Yeah.
It's the leather ones.
The leather ones are always good.
How many times have you been to the hospital? 12.
12?
Yes. Number 1, birth. Number 2, my left arm. Then my left arm again. Then my left arm again. Then wisdom teeth. College rodeo because I couldn't breathe.
Dentist.
Not when you have them taken out.
It's not the dentist that takes out your wisdom teeth?
I didn't go to a dentist. I went to a hospital. Whenever they knock you out and that they surgically remove them. Don't, right? I mean, I got to go under anesthesia.
I mean, I imagine so. I thought that, it would be a
I
dentist.
came out of there in a, I'm going to count it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can say
All
11.
right. If you think that's worthy.
I remember watching the video of me coming out of surgery. It's worthy enough. I would feel like if you go under anesthesia, that counts.
So we're counting dentists as doctors?
If a dentist put me under and then took two teeth, or was it the top
There's
two?
4.
4?
There's 4 wisdom teeth.
Yeah. And he took all 4 out. I would call that dentist a doctor. And then at college rodeo, I couldn't breathe, but they said nothing was wrong.
He's just anxious.
No, it was after a dirty buck off.
You had a panic attack?
Yeah. Are you sure you're not just anxious? No, I'm pretty sure it was that piece of horse I just got bucked off of. Then my collarbone, hemorrhoids again, collarbone surgery, shoulder surgery, hand surgery.
Hemorrhoids twice?
Yep. The first one was getting them removed. And then 2 weeks later in Sykeston, whenever they kind of ripped it back open, I had a lot of blood loss, passed out in a Buffalo Wild Wings. They took me back to the hospital.
On the toilet.
And I spent the night in the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah. Chuck told me, he was like, Swisher, he was like, yeah, it's not that big a deal. I was fighting bulls like 3 days later. And then I called to schedule it. And the lady was like, are you sure you want to do it on this date? Do you not have work you have to go to? And I was like, yeah, I thought it wasn't that big a deal. And she was like, this will wreck you. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe she told me that. And then Chuck was like, no, dude, it's not that big a deal. Well, anyways, I had the experience that she was telling me about, not him. And you got to take some stool softeners afterwards. Because,
Yeah.
anyway.
Because the nature of the surgery.
But I ran out when I went to Sykeston in August. And so went to the Walmart, went a couple days without them, went to the Walmart, got some. So I was like, I'll just catch up. And so I took like 3 stool softeners. I mean, you just get them off the shelf. I didn't realize they were so powerful. So I went to the perf and, so Boyd announces the rodeo, and then afterwards they have a BFO. And so I ride out on a pony, like a little mini horse, to announce with Boyd. So I've taken 3
stool
softeners, and I ride out on the horse. It kind of starts to hit me. And this is maybe the second night. And then by the end of the bullfight, it hits me. And I ride that little mini pony over to the side. There's people there ready to take pictures. And I dart through them. I'm so sorry, I can't. I go to a porta-john. And it's like, kind of like when in Dumb and Dumber. Like, very, just, yes, pick my legs up and very much liquid.
This might be the most humid place in America, too.
But it's dark in there. There's no lights in a porta-john, obviously, so I can't see. I don't know what happened. And I leave there, and I'm not feeling all that great. I feel better because I made it, but I'm not feeling all that great. And me, Randy Leroy, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and Webb, Chuck, Cheryl might have been there. I'm trying to think who else. I don't think Smash was. Regardless, we go eat, and I go into the bathroom and sit down. Same thing happens again. But this time I can see, and it's all blood. Like just blood coming
Makes
out of
my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
And I like slump over. My head's in between my knees. And I'm like, just kind of like glad I made it a second time, wondering what I do about this blood. I go to sit up and I realize like, oh, I can't sit up. I'm going to pass out. And so I pull my phone out of my pocket. My head's in between my knees. I text Leroy, COME. And then I do try to stand up and I pass completely out.
Whoa.
And so he comes in there and I'm on the floor. And he yells at Randy. Randy comes out. They drag me to the pickup. I kind of come to in the pickup. They take me to the hospital. I spend the night in the hospital. They tried to tell me it wasn't. I didn't pass out because of blood loss, that it was just dehydration.
It was something else.
Yeah. But I was like, man, I don't know. I've seen blood before and I've seen diarrhea before. I think it was blood.
That's a bad combo.
But it was, the nurse was one of those, kind of like the frogs that had been in the water too long. Mm-hmm. And I guess, I don't know. He was just trying, but the Sykeston committee, they did me a solid, and they because they didn't want to just admit me. They just thought I was some drunk or something, which the only thing I was drunk on was stool softeners. Right. And way worse. Right. So they called ahead. They called ahead and let me. Weston was with us too. Weston was. That's right. Because he kind of put his foot down and made them take me in there. But yeah, spent the night in the hospital.
Like the hospital didn't want you to come in?
Well, you know how like sometimes like there's stories of people dying in the waiting room at certain hospitals because like you're just out there waiting for so long. Like some hospitals just don't care if you're in pain. They don't believe you, whatever. It's crazy how in an emergency room, how the receptionist can be so, I don't know, just nonchalant and almost annoyed that you're there.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Annoyed.
I understand like getting kind of numb to the emergency, but being annoyed, like that's not like
chill.
This is your job.
Yeah. It's an emergency room.
Yeah.
You think I want to be in here? It's kind of like the college.
You ever been into like an emergency room in like a big city, like Austin or something like that?
Mm-mm.
That's wild.
Really?
Yeah.
It sucks pretty bad. Go ahead, take Jace to the emergency room. Okay, Jace got on this horse somewhere last year, and the horse went to lay down or something like that. And there were some like old school buck and shoots and kind of like sharp probably. Mm-hmm. And when it went down, he like laced his like the webbing of his finger somewhere down here, like cut it pretty good. And called for his horse, rode his horse. Realizes after he gets off that he cut his hand, goes to the EMTs there at the hospital or at the rodeo. And they're like freaking out. They're like, this guy's like, that's bad. Like you're probably going to lose that finger. He's like, you need to take the ambulance. I said, no. I said, you don't need to take the ambulance. I said, what's going to happen is this guy's is telling you you're going to lose your finger. Mm-hmm. He's telling you that. What's going to happen is we're going to get to that emergency room. They're going to give you 8 stitches and send us home.
Right.
I was wrong. They gave him 9 stitches. After we waited in an emergency room for 4 or 5 hours.
Golly.
4 hours?
Yeah. So, and this was in Austin, so we still had 4 hours to go home. We didn't get. I went and slept in the truck. We didn't get home until like 10 o'clock the next morning.
Golly.
Yeah, it was miserable. Miserable.
Ugh.
But I knew he needed to go and get stitches, but I was like, you don't need to take the ambulance. I was like,
absolutely not.
I was like, you don't need to take the ambulance. You're not going to lose that finger. The finger's not coming off.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Rodeo EMTs. Always, it's a thankless job, you know.
This guy was a blowhard. He was like a try hard. Like I remember that he was giving him an IV. That guy gave Jason IV, and there were other
An IV?
Yeah, there was other EMTs there. They're like, this guy's not supposed to be doing this.
I give out tape.
There-
I got ice in here.
They were calling this guy out. Like he was.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, kind of a. I don't know how you
Weekend warrior.
Yeah, call this like a Ricky EMT or
Right.
like I don't know.
Watch a lot of EMT movies.
But somebody told me I was going to lose my finger one time. This was an emergency room doctor told me I was going to lose my EMT or lose my finger.
Really?
Yeah. Took an ambulance to Fort Worth. The hand surgeon there told me, I don't know what your doctor evaluated, but it wasn't your finger, and gave me 8 stitches and sent me home.
I haven't noticed Catfish in a while. Is he still with us?
No.
Well,
Negative.
I mean, technically,
he's around.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's always with us.
Only because he's buried next to the saddle house.
Yep.
Have you ever shot a deer? About 6, maybe 8. I don't know. Y'all?
Couple.
Yeah, I don't have an exact number.
How many have you shot legally, Cole? And what's the difference in legally and illegally?
They've all been legal.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's one of the best hunters I ever know, though? I won't say his name. He lives in Wisdom, Montana. One of my friends. But I asked him once. It was like, yeah, I got to get some tags and everything. Get a hunting license. And he was like, yeah, I should probably get around to that one of these days.
What's your favorite parable in the Bible?
What's a parable?
Like a story. Like it's whenever Jesus is trying to drive home a point and he uses a story.
What's yours?
I kind of like the prodigal son. But also like how the older son reacts when the prodigal son gets welcomed back and they kill the fattened calf.
You like how he reacts?
No, I like the fact that, Jesus used him in the story. It's like another layer to the story. Because like some people are the prodigal son, some people are his brother. That's kind of pissed off. Because there's a verse over here. What was it? I'm trying to remember that way. I don't have to get out of the desk, but I put it on my story.
Yeah.
That I read yesterday or a couple days ago. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and be displeased and turn his anger away from him. I don't know. That's really not, because the brother's not necessarily an enemy. But it seems like the bigger brother made him that way whenever why are you upset that we're killing the fattened calf? But the dad says, all this is yours. Anyway, what's y'all's favorite parable? Or do you have one?
I don't know if I have one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm educated enough on parables to have one.
The other one I like is the workers in the vineyard or garden. Not garden. I think it's a vineyard. It's Matthew 20. They get some workers, this vineyard owner. I can't remember the times, but I think he gets at 4 different times in the day. Like 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and like 4 o'clock. They come out, he'll get workers. But then at the end of the day, he gives them all the same amount of money. And the ones that got there earlier are pissed off. And but the vineyard owner says, it's a gift for all of you. And even you don't deserve what I'm giving. So why would you? It's kind of like that.
And it's like a representative of God's love. Like, no matter when you come to God, you get the same amount of love as someone that came
exactly.
home.
Yeah. Yeah. Some guy asked me, he was like, if a axe murderer that dies on a Tuesday was in prison and professes Christ and comes to Christ on his last day, and then Billy Graham dies on Wednesday, which one goes to heaven first, and it'd be the axe murderer because he died first. Anyway, I think about Matthew 20 a lot sometimes too. Anyway, next question.
You don't think there's like separation in heaven at all? Like real talk like
No,
you don't think so?
the Bible talks about like the
Like levels?
I don't know. I just
the Bible talks about like rubies on a crown.
That's Mormonism.
Yeah, well, Mormons think that
There's levels to this.
Yeah. I don't know. Like having your own planet's different than a level.
No, yeah.
I mean, that's a level. You're right. They do levels, but
I think that's like the top level.
the top level is you get your own planet.
Yeah.
You populate it. But I don't believe that. I don't think there's levels. I believe Matthew 20.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, is it hard to ride a bull? Not for me. There's a couple of good ones in here. I'm trying to find them. How many cowboy hats do you have? That's a good question. How many cowboy hats do you have, Donnie?
Yeah,
Like
Donnie.
that I currently wear.
No, have.
Probably just as many as you.
I think you got some more.
I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 silver belly hats. I have 1 black hat. I have two black hats. 3 black hats.
Yeah.
But a lot of these were given to me.
Which is different. I'll give you that.
I don't have, and I have 1 straw hat right now. So I guess technically, but I only wear like 2 of these.
I found the questions I was talking about. There's 5 of them. This one guy asks all 5. I thought they're pretty good. Trist, I think is his name. Or maybe it's a girl. I bet that's a girl. There's a picture of a guy and a girl in the picture hugging. So whether it's a girl or a guy, I think they're straight.
Okay.
Has your connection to animals changed how you relate to people?
Yes.
How so?
Well, I think like rewarding the good and not focusing on the bad, like acknowledging the good things, like somebody pisses you off and if you just forget all the good things that they've done for you, like maybe in the past, but you just focus on the latest bad thing that they did. I think that's one way.
Has your connection with animals changed how you relate to people? I think my connection with people has changed how I relate to animals.
That's fair.
As I've gotten older and seen the world and realized like how somebody said once that society's problem, a problem that society has is they don't value human life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about that a lot. Anyways.
Oh, I agree.
It makes me dislike. It's kind of just the fact that just the pro-choice vegan argument. The fact that someone's pro-choice and vegan just blows my mind. So that would be connected to my view with animals. I do think we should respect animals. I just think animals are below humans, is all I'm trying to say.
Doesn't it say that in the Bible? Dominion over animals.
Yeah.
And
Arise, kill, and eat.
Yeah.
I saw a meme. What was it? It wasn't even a meme. It was just because I'd seen it in one of the Smithsonians before. It was a scientist. I don't remember anything else about the scientist except his last wish was he wanted his remains, to be preserved for science, and he wanted to be with his dog forever. So there was like this picture of it. He had a big old dog, and he was kind of like jumping on him. And
Irish wolfhound.
And anyway, so his skeleton and the dog's skeleton are still preserved and everything. I remember how weird that made me feel about, like, if my dad said, I just want to be buried with my dog. Like, all right, man. Like,
What about me?
yeah, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, I guess you had a real connection with that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like,
for sure.
That one always bothers me.
No, somebody asked me the other day, how can you kill baby raccoons? I said, you just lead them a little bit less.
Right. Like, come on, Tom. What side? I'm on team people.
I'm just kidding. I don't think that was a Full Metal Jacket quote. I don't think that we should disrespect people. I mean, disrespect animals, though. I do believe that. I do thoroughly. I think the only time it's appropriate to hit a horse is if he's biting you. Mm-hmm. That's just from Craig.
Remember?
I don't know if he says that publicly anymore. But that's the only time I try to find myself hitting a horse.
Do you remember that guy that I think was at the Kentucky
if
Derby?
they bite you, and then right there on the meat of their chin.
Yeah.
On their cheek, not chin, their cheek. If he bites you, if you can do it right then. Mm-hmm. If you can't do it right then you shouldn't do it at all.
Right.
But almost like, yeah. I feel like that's fair.
Do you remember that guy that was the Kentucky Derby? I think he was a pony rider, and this horse was going along, and it started biting his arm, and he was like trying to get his arm away. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
It very well went viral. So the pony rider, this very prestigious. Yeah. Anyway, a very high-end, horse race, and this guy's right. He's ponying, so which means he's in just like a pretty regular saddle. He's next to the racehorse, and the racehorse starts biting his arm, like latching onto his arm.
So is it a horse or a pony?
No, they're both horses. But the racehorse, the thoroughbred, is biting this guy's arm, and he's trying to get his arm away because he can't let go of this horse.
His horse or somebody else's?
He can't let go of the racehorse.
Gotcha.
Like he's still got him snubbed up.
Oh, gotcha. I understand.
It's like the pickup man.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Right. And so he can't just let go of this horse, so it just runs off. Like he has to stay there, but this horse is actively getting a hold of this dude's arm.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get his arm back. Kind of, I wouldn't even say beating on this horse, but definitely saying, like, quit biting me.
Yeah.
And got destroyed on the internet. And everybody, called him an animal abuser and all. You know what bothers me? There are groups of people who take so much pride, and I say pride, like in rescuing animals. And then, I saw a guy, he had a shirt at the airport, and it just said, it was something about how he valued dogs more than people.
Yeah, that guy probably wouldn't have a lot in common.
I couldn't and I like dogs.
As do I.
But I would definitely try to save a kid first.
Yeah.
I perhaps we're getting into the weeds here, but
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I trap cats from my house, I just take them somewhere else and let them go.
Cam's house.
Yeah. I did. I took him to Cam's house. He's not here.
We put cat food out.
The cat's out.
You don't think we care about it?
It was a mother-daughter. It was two separate traps. I caught an older female and then a younger baby. They looked identical. I had to set them free together.
And we gave them
shelter and food at someone else's house.
Right. Well, it's your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Cam, you're welcome. You're welcome, Cam.
What's something about ranching life that's surprisingly spiritual or philosophical?
You ever kicked a dog? Donnie, please let Dale.
Go ahead, Donnie.
I'd say the most spiritual thing that I've ever done as far as ranching would be to be on a reservation, an Indian reservation in Arizona, catching cows.
Yeah. That'd be the closest.
If you're, I don't know. Yeah. Not that I was catching the cows. I was just there filming it, but.
I
could tell a story, but it's the problem.
Long-winded.
A little bit. I had just remembered I was at this ranch, and anyway, I was pretty broke, and I had recently lost the girlfriend, so I was moved.
Is this when you cut up that horse that died and you were going to eat it?
No.
Different time.
Different time.
Was it the same period of your life where you were broke, or had you gotten some money and this is a different?
I was broke. I was broke for long periods of my life.
Okay.
This is one of those broke periods, and I had gotten this job a night calving job, and I had enough money for gas to get there for like 3 days. And that was like all the money I had left. So I was trying to figure out like, okay, maybe if I work for 3 days, maybe I can borrow some money from them to get some gas. Like surely they'll be understanding of that. So I was thinking about my head. And anyway, so I shut the door on this night man. It was just kind of, it was at the yearling boss's guy's house. And anyway, I just like shut the door in the night man shed. And I was sitting there in this lawn chair and I was just staring at the door thinking like, how am I going to get through the next couple of days? And then also bemoaning the fact that I have 12 hours to sit and think about this, about how broke I am, you know? And I was just kind of spiraling, getting more and more depressed the more and more I thought about this. And then I heard a knock at the door, and it was the boss's son. And he said, "Oh, we cooked dinner," and he just handed me a plate, and it was like just ground beef tortillas and a jalapeno pepper. And I remember I sat out.
No cheese?
There was cheese on it. Thank you for focusing on the important parts of the story.
I'm just saying, if you add cheese, then like that's all you need.
Yeah, it was a meal. Anyway, I sat out there and ate it, and I was very grateful just to be there. That was pretty moving.
Spiritual.
Something.
I would say riding a bucking horse.
All right, yeah, just
because it says spiritual or philosophical. I don't know what they mean, like surprisingly spiritual. Like I don't feel a lot spiritual outside of like other than when I'm talking to God. But I do talk to God whenever I'm riding bucking horses. And I was talking to God in Arizona. So I guess that made it spiritual. I think there's something philosophical about pinning hard to pin cows.
How so?
I mean, I don't know. If you just don't give up, it's crazy how often it'll work out if you just don't give up when you feel like there's no hope. There's just been so many times like, this is dumb, we should be done, and then we just don't give up, and then it just works out. If you could preserve one tradition from ranch life forever, what would it be and why?
I mean, probably horses.
Oh, yeah.
know, like,
that's pretty for sure. Yeah, you would think that wouldn't need to be preserved, but I guess it would. There are plenty of people like, I'm not a cowboy, I'm a cattleman. Okay.
Yeah. Ranching on a four-wheeler is not as much. You talk about spiritual or philosophical. I don't think you get much of that on a four-wheeler.
And there's a lot of people that ranch without a horse and are still okay with horses, which is completely okay. Sometimes it's not necessary. And I'm not saying everybody should have a horse just because they got 5 cows. I'm just saying we should definitely preserve horses. I was thinking more specific, like the way we drag calves whenever we brand.
Yeah.
But I don't see too many people attacking that because it's not got quite the... Nobody really knows what it happens anyway.
Right. If you brand with a calf table, that's fine. Like you and your boyfriend.
That should be one tradition that should be like let go of.
Yeah, you and your boyfriend can like brand your own cows. You know, like it doesn't matter.
The other
Super convenient.
The other one I would say is rodeo. I hope that tradition, which is a branch of ranching, stays alive.
Yeah, it'd be pretty tough to keep the rodeo time.
It'll be a nostalgia brand. How has ranching shaped the way you approach failure and risk? Well, I guess for me, the never quitting. That would be a better answer for this question than the last question. But yeah, like having learned that if you just never quit with cows, most of the time, a lot of times it'll work out. There's some times where it just don't work out. But yeah,
not for us.
I have thought about that in life. If you just don't quit, it'll eventually work out, which I think is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
How has ranching shaped the way you approach failure and risk? I think it's all risk when it's before. I saw this quote on Instagram. risk is future tense and opportunity is past tense. So like when you're going into it, everything is risk.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, usually when you succeed and you look back on it, you realize it was an opportunity, which is a funny way to look at it. Not funny, but
do you think that in ranching, like some failure is just inevitable? I mean, like sometimes the plan isn't going to work out.
yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just not gonna rain,
Right.
and so
I just mean not dwelling on that. You know, like the plan is going to change sometimes.
yeah,
The example I'm thinking in my head is like, all right, we're going to get the cows through this gate. Plan changes. You pick another gate or whatever. Some people might dwell on that as a failure.
yeah. I was thinking more just like maybe the market
Yeah.
and like making money or not making money. Right now, it's hard not to make money if you have the cows now.
Right.
If you're buying them, it'd be a little harder.
Yep.
Donnie's, now we've circled back. We've come full circle to the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It's a circle.
Chinese communist. You're right, Dale.
What do we want? Slavery.
Who taught you the most about rodeo and cowboy ethics growing up? That'd be my dad,
Shoot.
followed by Jacobs.
Let me think about this.
Oh, boy.
If you're talking rodeo, if you're talking ranching,
Swimmy. Samsonite.
that's a hard question.
Favorite podcast guest? I think mine might be Trevor.
Oh, yeah. Because I was sitting there, I remember, I was sitting into that one and it has never left my mind. Like how many do or die situations you ever been in?
That was a cool thing of him to say. Yeah.
Coming from a timey.
Him saying that if you can't be, I need to just go back and re-listen to the whole podcast, but him saying that like if you can't be happy for the fact that somebody else won, and even if it meant you lost, then something's wrong, something's broken. That was so interesting. It's, again, I've said it time and time again. It's wild to me, the man with the most gold buckles out of anyone in the history of rodeo is so much more humble. I mean, he's got 26 gold buckles.
It's easy for him to be humble.
Yeah, he already made it.
So much more humble than some guys that have been maybe only to the circuit finals.
Right. No,
Well,
yeah, I didn't expect to get so many life lessons from a timey. Like I knew the answer was 0 to the do or die scenarios.
right. But also Coulter Wall. That was a good podcast. That was crazy that we got to do that podcast. That was wild.
I didn't realize that he didn't do a lot of podcasts.
The fact that I knew he had not gone on Rogan, but I didn't. I also knew that it's not because like he just doesn't want to go on Rogan.
I just don't think he wants to do a lot of leave what he's doing to go do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he left his tour to go do what he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Didn't he cancel his tour?
Just recently, yeah.
Yeah, that boy does what he wants.
Yep.
And I respect that.
And he wanted to do our podcast.
And he wanted to do our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. How and where do you start bull riding?
Usually in the chute. Mm-hmm. On the back of a bull.
That's a really good answer.
At a Lyle Sankey rodeo school.
SankeyRodeo.com. That's a shameless plug. I've been to a lot of them.
Thankfully,
Dale doesn't teach at them anymore, so
nope.
I was a teacher at a lot of them.
That's cool.
I mainly only ever taught the bullfighting. I think I might have taught the saddle bronc at like one, like right after my dad died. I guess I'll fill in. Got to button up all these loose ends for my dad.
Yeah, so you want to put your feet out, just like my dad did. Golly, Dale. Just want to learn about bronc riding.
When When are we going on a date? Ooh. Wait, that's a guy. Anyway, favorite boot brand. So, yeah, I got some
Jordans.
Not anymore. I get scammed. I got some custom boots from Abby Good. She only makes like a few pair a year, but RC custom boots, really comfortable. I have a few of those. They're out of Lubbock. They make way more than a few a year. And then there's a pair of Tacovas in there. I thought about trying on. I've never worn a pair of Tacovas.
What about your Weldon boots?
I don't like those. I don't even want to say the brand. If you say it, I'm going to blur it out. That lady made me mad.
What are they?
But those boots are comfortable.
You never see those?
Are they big?
Yeah.
I wear them to go get the eggs out of the chicken house.
Are they called like? Are they? Does the name start with a W? Not the brand name, but the type.
I don't even remember what. I don't even remember what the
There's
brand
no
was.
W in the brand.
Not the brand.
In the way you say it, there's no W.
He wear them in. He had them shotgunned in the warehouse one morning. I was like, sweet boots.
Is Lane Frost a better bull rider than you? No.
At least not for 30 years.
Where'd you get your buckle from? Your mom's house. We're getting down to the bottom, and that's. Do you ever plan on settling down with my mom? No, I do not. Kendall. Who's the best dressed cowboy right now? That's an interesting question.
I mean,
Pierre.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely.
That's his. That's his YouTube handle.
Yeah, but you can't give yourself that title.
He did.
But I mean, you can't give yourself that one.
That's the kind of guy that.
And
wears
when we say best, like, what are we talking about? Because Lefty might be the most fashion forward. I don't know if I would call it the best.
Who's your favorite intern? I'll let y'all. Who is my favorite intern? Who do y'all think my favorite intern is?
Kevin.
Donnie, who do you think it is?
Yeah, probably Kevin.
Nope. Any more guesses?
Are we talking all time or just right now?
Pedro.
Oh, you mean
Pedro was
Pablo?
an intern.
You mean
Pablo.
Yeah.
I mean Pablo. That's what I meant. Yeah. No, not Pedro. Pedro wasn't an intern. Pablo is my favorite intern.
he's gonna have to go back.
And we're going to lose him soon.
Yep.
Biggest oh crap moment of your life. Will Dale enter a team rope and jackpot and make a video on it? No.
No.
Any interest in cutting horses? Hey, we've already talked about that. I don't think we should be disrespectful to horses. So I won't be cutting them. I only hit them when they bite me.
It amazes me that that's the
I don't even know why that you would ask that question.
Yeah, that's the powerhouse.
The only horse
industry it
that
is.
we've even talked about cutting in here is the one that Cole cut up after it was dead for meat
He's already dead.
because he was hungry. You mean tell me they stole our horses from?
They real
Yes,
poor.
they're real poor, Captain. What religions are you and why? I'd be Christian.
religions. Can you be multiple?
There's no S. I don't know why I added that. What religion are you and why?
You know, a little of this, a little of that. Wake up a Buddhist, go to bed.
Tips for pinning and sorting. Never give up.
Yeah, just keep trying.
Open the gate.
Yep.
Close it once they're in there.
And that's all of them. Life advice. Go.
Never quit. Never quit. Never quit. I wear it right here on my arm every day to remind myself to never do that.
Yep. Thank you, Marcus, for giving us that box of bracelets. Donnie has all of them.
Okay. Mine broke and I asked them for more and they sent them to me. So if you want one, I can give you one.
My statement stands. Life advice? I don't know. Read more.
What about listen to books? What if you listen to books?
Is that reading? I mean, yeah,
I don't think it's reading. I don't think it's reading. But
then what would you?
What if you listen and you follow along?
I would count that more as reading, but
Thank you. Please tell that to Ty.
I don't.
I get ADD.
I don't know if it necessarily stimulates your brain the same way as just simply reading does, but
Dude, it keeps you on task. Have you ever read a passage and realized you have no idea what
I
it
do
says
that
'cause you've
all
been
the
thinking
time.
about
I do that all the time. That's why I
what if
listen
there's
to
like
books.
a British guy in your ear saying it at the same time? You're like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like some of the C.S. Lewis books when they're like the way they're written, like old school. It's kind of helpful to have somebody say it with you. 'Cause I don't talk like that.
I'm listening to a book right now narrated by Roscoe Brown.
My dad team roped with him.
That's pretty cool.
My mom's got some pictures. What's his real name?
I don't know. If only I had the power of the
You
sun.
gotta want this life. You gotta want it down to your very bone. He sounds a lot older now than he did.
My life advice is Proverbs 24, 17, and 18. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and be displeased and turn away his anger from him. Dang.
You memorize that?
No, I just read it.
Yeah, I know.
That one?
I've been trying to memorize.
Corbin?
Barry Corbin. That's right.
You're blocking his name.
Sorry.
I've been trying to memorize. But the other quote, I have to say it again, is I got to read it off this sheet.
Oh, you mean the Bible?
Yeah.
No, it's not from the Bible. It's a C.S. Lewis quote. He says, "We have to be continually reminded of what we believe. Neither this belief nor any other will automatically remain alive in the mind. It must be fed." I sent that to Jamin Roller and I said, "What do you think about this quote?" And he said, "It is true. We are forgetful, and the current of the heart does not flow towards faithful remembrance."
I have no idea what you just said.
Basically, like, if your faith feels weak,
You were reading it so fast and it was like using words.
I was using words. You got me there. We have to be continually reminded of what we believe. Neither this belief, referring to Christianity, nor any other will automatically remain alive in our minds. They must be fed. So your belief in the fact that
China.
lifting on your bronchriding is the most important fundamental in bronchriding, it has to be fed. If you, our belief in Christ, our belief in, whatever belief we have, it has to be fed. And then so I sent that to Jamin. Basically, like, if you were to take a break from studying, praying, talking to God, worship, fellowship, seeking his face, if you were to take a break for a year, then Jamin would say, we are forgetful and the current of the heart does not flow towards faithful remembrance.
Where does the current of the heart flow?
It would flow away from faithful remembrance. So it would flow towards what the world says, that God is not real, that he can't help you, that you are the hero of your story, not God. That's what your heart would flow towards without daily, and C.S. Lewis is saying that can happen with any belief.
Are we supposed to enjoy our time here on earth?
Enjoy is a funny word. I think that, yeah, I think that we're supposed to have joy. Why do you ask that?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't think Christianity teaches this, but sometimes I feel like some churches within Christian, like, just like, I guess, like, I don't know. It seems like you're not supposed to do anything.
Like you're just supposed to be working?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You mean that we're not supposed to enjoy?
Maybe not. Maybe that's the wrong.
Well, I thought you were going to say the opposite, because there's some churches that are kind of like YOLO, meaning like, which I saw a thing the other day said yo dope. you only live once, but you also only die once. You better do it right. But I thought you were going to say, like, live it up, like God wants you to be happy. That's what it's all about. I don't think that's what it's all about.
No, I don't think so
I
either.
think God is
I don't
way
think
more concerned with your holiness than your happiness. So I think there's probably churches that are kind of like hellfire, brimstone, eternal damnation.
Yeah, I
run
don't
for
like
your
that
life
though. I don't like that either.
all day, every day. And then there's other churches that are like, you come over here, prosperity gospel.
A Baptist preacher did my grandparents' funeral, and it was like the most unsettling thing I've ever seen before or ever heard. I don't know. I didn't really care for it.
I sometimes, like, there are some people that like get really bogged down in, for instance, when Jesus is coming back and everybody's trying to say, like, he's coming back now. He's coming back. The Bible literally says you'll not know the day nor the hour. And which, yeah, but you'll know this, okay, but whatever. The point is, like, we shouldn't have to, our job is not to figure out what day he's coming back. Like, we don't, because then what? Yes, there is a sense of urgency. We do need to spread the gospel. We do need to share the word. We do need to care about people and try to expand the kingdom. But we also have the answer. So, like, how much peace should we have if we literally have the answer to these problems? So we need to represent the kind of peace that comes with knowing our salvation is in God's hand. Like, if we're just constantly worried, and I don't know. I guess I'm empathetic to, like, maybe like where that preacher's coming from, in that, like, he's just like so concerned with like a younger generation that he sees that's like not maybe on the right path as a whole. But that's been every generation. Like, what was it? Pliny? What year did Pliny, like, 2,000 years ago, he said, this is the worst generation yet. Yeah, that's what every generation has said. So then what? I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I'm somewhere in the middle. There's a time and a place for each one. And it all depends on the audience. And that's probably what was unsettling about that.
It was a funeral. Like, it's a funeral.
It's
like, yeah, you're kind of just in a place looking for comfort. I feel
let's
like.
celebrate this person's life. Yeah, exactly. Instead of like, hey, all you assholes, y'all don't do this, this, and this, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. There's two sides of the coin. We don't need to just be fed this fairy tale dust of
that. Yeah, for sure.
But then also, like, hey, can I just mourn my granddad and not have you tell me that?
No shit. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a dude. A sermon at a funeral is maybe the biggest opportunity to really talk to somebody's heart. Because you got, like, for instance, my dad's funeral, like, especially, I just did a podcast with both Charlie Thompson and Wendell Colt. Wendell is like maybe my dad's best friend of all time, if not pretty close to it. He's not around for me to ask, so that's just an observation. My dad's not around. And like Wendell can't talk about my dad for more than 2 or 3 sentences without crying. Those were his words. Mm-hmm. And as he talked about him on our podcast, he began, he cried a little bit. Imagine feeling like that about a certain individual, and then you have to go to their funeral. And I thought about that, and that's why I wanted Jamin to deliver the sermon. And he said in that sermon, he said in there, there's some of you in the room today that Coke was praying for, and Coke wanted you to hear this message. And it was crazy deep. It was a really good sermon. I need to see if we can find it. I'm sure we got it somewhere. I bet my mom's got it. But he just delivered a message of like a lot of hope, a lot of, this is what he believed. James was like, this is how he believed it. That was neat, which I believe is what you would want to hear at a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be tough to do a funeral for somebody that's not a believer.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I get nervous about getting asked to do those, which I've only done like 2 funerals anyway. I spoke at my dad's, both my granddads, and then my buddy's grandmother. Anyway. Yeah, I think God wants us mainly to chase after him. I think God wants us is more concerned with our holiness than our happiness. Doesn't God want me to be happy? Yeah, but what makes you happy can change every single day.
Yeah.
Like, what about all these guys that don't like their wife? And God wants me to be happy. I'm just going to get rid of this wife and get a different one. Whoa. That's not how that works.
Well, you're hungry when you're hungry.
Yeah.
I just mean like when you're
You should
hungry.
get a new wife.
Yeah, no, that's not at all. I just mean like when you're hungry, you pray for food. When you're thirsty, you pray for water. You know what I mean? Like it's happiness is pretty. Sometimes it's a very silly goal.
For me, it's peace.
Yeah.
Jeremy Melanson and I, one of my best friends, he's we call him Melankin. We talk about it a lot, but the happiness comes and goes, like emotion comes and goes. But like, for instance, bronc riding. You love bronc riding. I mean, that's your main focus in life right now. But there's some days when you're bronc riding, you're not happy about it.
Yeah.
But you can be at peace about it. So you can be going to a rodeo. Maybe you didn't draw good. Maybe you're in pain. You're not happy about going to that rodeo, but you are at peace going to that rodeo knowing this is where you're supposed to be. In terms of bronc riding. Like, no, this is part of the plan. So I'm at peace going to this rodeo. I'm not happy about the horse I drew, and so like even the emotion, happiness will come and go. Everything can be perfect and someone's unhappy, but you can be at peace. And I think that's where a lot of us should be as Christians. You know, it's okay to mourn. The Bible says mourn with those who mourn. So like, my dad died. I wasn't happy, but I was at peace because I knew where he went. And it was actually like 5 days before I even realized I had not questioned where my dad had gone. It was just in my belief system that I just, as real as gravity is when I drop this cup on the table, like I don't have to think about gravity or acknowledge it. I didn't have to think about where my dad was or acknowledge it. I just believed that. And a non-believer might think, well, isn't that indoctrination? And I don't know. I spent some time in college, meaning like I grew up in a Christian home. So of course that's what you're going to believe. But I did spend some time in college, like really studying other religions and thinking about like from an outsider's point of view. And then I would discuss that with an outsider multiple times. And to me, Christianity is the one that makes the most sense. All these other religions, it's like there's this path to heaven in the textbook for this religions class I took, and they all have like several things that you have to do to get to heaven. And that's not the case with Christianity. And so even the ones that kind of try to twist up what Christianity is about, everybody always tried to add works to it. But knowing how sinful we all are, and I know how sinful I am, like there's just no, what's the standard? Well, the standard, Jesus lived a perfect life. Like how, we all know how imperfect we each are. I mean, I've got to be the closest, and even I know, but so that's to me why it makes sense. Perfect place, heaven. Obviously, you got to be. So Jesus died as a sacrifice for this justice that needed to be put into place. Anyway, what were we talking about? Life advice?
Donnie thinks that most people don't know what a typical barn looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We do need to fix that.
Yes.
We're gonna
No,
go
I
see.
think they do know what a typical barn looks like, and I don't think it would be the barn that we all are in favor of.
Okay.
See?
We're going to have everyone draw on a piece of paper in the morning meeting in the morning. And don't talk to anybody and tell them what to draw.
Okay, I won't. I'm very confident in what they're going to draw.
I'm going to use the same terminology I did on this podcast. Draw a classic barn.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I love you all. Check out rodeotime.com. That's what powers the podcast and what pays for these cameras. So use code Cole to pay for the camera he just broke right before this podcast.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
leave.
why I didn't like it. I spiked it down. You know, I will say it slid off the tripod pretty easily.
Well, that's because it wasn't fastened down to it.
I get that, but
you are one to pass the blame, aren't you?
No, I'm not, Dale. I'll pay for the camera.
We keep our word around here.
I got to pay for that and your car. Thinking it's just going to be a cash thing now. 'Cause I don't have time to go get it fixed.
We're on to the next one. Please don't wait to listen to another podcast. Don't wait for Cole to pay me back before you listen. All right. Love you all. On to the next one.
Rodeotime.com is the only website that should exist because it's the greatest apparel line that has ever existed. So go there now to get a t-shirt, a hoodie, a cap, a vest, whatever it is you need. Go to rodeotime.com, old son. Hey, old son, if you're not feeding every morning with a Can-Am side-by-side, then you ain't no cowboy. I got a Can-Am because I needed a reliable ranch rig that I could use every day because I don't know how to work on stuff like that. So I want something that's not going to break down ever. Get yourself a Can-Am, old son.